Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I have for you a crazy replay of one of the battles I've recently had in this amazing gun depression Swedish monster called Udes 15/16. Now this is a very recently introduced line in World of Tanks console. I'm sure everyone is familiar with it by now. There's been a lot of them in the game. I do feel tiers 9 and 10 are the strongest. Tier 8, yeah, it's not so great. It's not a bad tank, but I can't really say I enjoyed it, a lot. Maybe tier 9 is the strongest in the line, tier for tier. I don't know what you guys think. Perhaps just comment in the section below the video. It'd be interesting to know your opinion. And maybe even let me know what, how you feel about the tier 10, because I personally like it. I have to say, I've heard mixed opinions on this tank from friends, from everyone in the community. Some people say it's a great tank. Now some other people say it's not so good and they just hate playing with it. I have to say I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it. And I think it's all about the playstyle. Now, in general, whenever I play my medium tanks, I like to play aggressively. I like to just go in front and provide the vision for the teammates. And especially on a map like this, that is perfect for this scenario, where you have guns behind you, enemy in front of you, you're in the middle, providing the vision. Obviously, that influences the game a lot. If you are able to enable your allies to take shots on the enemy, then why not? Just do that. Don't sit in the back and snipe. Sometimes yes, you have to do it, and there's no options depending on the situation, depending on the map, and obviously depending on the type of tank you're playing in. Maybe a leopard wouldn't be the best tank to come up this ridge so aggressively. Obviously no armor, but with this one, with this particular turret, you just have to put it to work, and you just have to do it. And whenever I play against this particular tank, when I see in the enemy team, I absolutely hate it, especially if they are able to work from a ridge line. There's not much you can see on the screen. There's just maybe 1 or 2 pixels, tiny target. Sometimes can't even connect the shot, and even if you do, the armor is really impressive. You're not gonna reliably pen this turret. The weak spots on top of the turret are so tiny. It's just an absolute utter nightmare to deal with this tank. So I thought, when I realized the positioning of the enemy and our team, I realized maybe there's something in it for me, in terms of just doing something significant, in terms of having that impact in the game, and just influencing the battle and the outcome. Hopefully get the win, get an ace tanker as well, because I think by this point I was not able to get the ace tanker in this tank, and I thought I just have to do something a bit more drastic, a bit more radical. So obviously spotting for your teammates helps a lot, but then again, that was not the primary goal in this battle. Obviously the aim should always be to win. If you can win, just get that win rate up. Now obviously, if you just started this game, hopefully there's going to be a few things that you can take away, and there's hopefully things that you find useful. But in general, what I recommend whenever you play a medium tank is to not go really aggressive and die early, especially early in the battle. Definitely don't YOLO like a maniac, but have some kind of a controlled aggression. Just be in front there. If if you have the armor and if you have the camo. Obviously some medium tanks are a bit slower and they don't have the camo rating necessary for this approach, but This particular tank and tanks similar to this, you can do that. You can be in the enemy's face and you can be annoying and you can provide the vision for your allies to enable them to have shots on the enemy and be influential. Just not just sit back there and snipe. Sometimes that is that's not the best way to deal with things, as you will see in this particular replay. So by now, I thought, hey, you know what? I think I'm helping. I think I'm doing a good job so far. But I somehow realized I don't think this is gonna be enough. And soon enough, you'll see why. Yeah, I'm shooting all at the T95. I don't know how many of you shoot the standard ammunition, but sometimes, hey, you know what? It has to be done. Don't hate me for it. Now, by this stage, I thought, what else can I do here? I can take a shot here. I can take a shot there. I can still spot. There's still some guns behind me that need the vision, but sure enough, there's going to be a moment when I will just have to probably retreat or just circle around and just relocate, really, because in a medium tank you should not forget that in general most mediums will have the mobility and the speed necessary to do a runner. Just don't be static. Do not forget that your role is to just patrol on the map. Just go around, spot everyone. Just be useful. That's pretty much the word. Just be useful. Don't wait like I'm doing now. I don't know what I was thinking at this point. I was thinking, well, now I definitely have to run because that Super Conqueror is coming very aggressively. They probably realized that I was a bit of a pain in the neck by now, and they just have to get rid of me. So this is the moment I thought I need to change something in the tactic, and I just need to relocate. That's the first priority. So if I can maybe flank around and confuse the enemy, maybe there's still a chance to win this battle, because looking at the score so far, it's not looking that great, and it's not very promising. So there has to be a change. In general, in battles, when you see something is not working, in this particular instance, yes, I took that position, I spotted, provided vision for the allies, I took a few shots, but then obviously at some point that's not going to work forever. Maybe sometimes, but in general it doesn't. So you have to change something. And what you need to change is the positioning. So definitely do go around and try to find a different angle. Just find a different location, because you never know. For example, if you look now, this pattern, I don't know what they were thinking, but he's just driving out in the open, and sure enough, there's going to be a bit of a surprise for this guy, like an ammo rack. Now, how many times does this happen in a key moment of a battle? Normally, throughout my time in World of Tanks, I'm used to experiencing exactly the opposite, where, let's say, there's a tense situation, balanced situation towards the end of the battle, and maybe I catch fire, or God knows what, maybe an arty shell lands on me and it destroys my turret, or destroys the gun, or even worse, the ammo rack. And then I have to leave throughout the battle with a double reload time. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, and I'm sure you absolutely hate those instances. But hey, you know what? In this particular moment, it didn't happen that way. I was pretty lucky. I saved a few shots there, and I was able to just move on. And in my head right now, I thought I just need to find the enemy artillery, because as long as they're alive, you can never really know. The artillery, especially in such a balanced moment, it can really impact the game massively. All it takes is one shell to land on you, and from that point on is lottery because you never know what happens. So to me, it was key to find it and take it out. But looking at it, we are two mediums still alive against fairly slow enemy tanks, and we are on this large open map, so we actually do have an advantage. And by this I mean, you know, the view range combined with the better mobility and camo should definitely make us a lot more dangerous on an open wide map like this. And as you'll see, there's not much they can do about it at this stage. Like for example, this poor super conqueror, he's so far away, he can't even tell where I am. There's no way he's gonna spot me, especially with trees in between us. He can probably see where the bacha is because he's quite close, but he doesn't know where I am, and I'm able to take 3 shots, eventually take him out. And this Conway, same story. He won't know where I am, I can still take a shot, and I'm pretty much safe. So yeah, guys, this is what I'm trying to get across to you, especially if you're a new player. Whenever you play in a medium tank, you know, try to have that control aggression. Try to provide vision because that is key in every single battle, especially on a large map. And you know, don't be ashamed to run away when it's necessary. Just fall back, reposition, find a different angle, confuse the enemy, and just wait for your turn, wait for a shot, because it will eventually come. You just have to be patient. Because for me personally, the best, most interesting battles I've had were the ones where I was able to keep my composure, not rush, just take my time and survive until the end of the battle. Even if you're on 1 HP, you're still an additional gun and you can completely change the course of the battle, which hopefully leads to a win. Now, going back to the last enemy tank on the battlefield, the British Heavy, not much he can do at this stage. There's no way he's gonna rescue this. And I was so happy because at some point they really had an advantage. They had more tanks, and I was quite worried. I thought we were gonna lose it. But now I really wanted to finish in style, and boom, I'm gonna ram him, because why not? Just to get the kill and hopefully ensure the ace tanker, because I was trying to get both, I'm not gonna lie. Now guys, I hope you really found this battle fun and interesting, and just overall the video informative to you, and you were able to take a few things away, such as perhaps when to be a more aggressive spotter in your medium tank, when to relocate, and just in general tips that you can maybe implement in your game style. And definitely let me know in the comments below if you enjoy the Swedish medium line, and maybe how do you find this tank in particular? Are you hating it? Do you really like it? I'll be really happy to hear from you guys. And let me know if you'd like to see other medium tanks gameplay. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and perhaps even subscribe for more informative and fun content. Until next time, happy tanking!